Everyone believes that our generation is the key to healing our environment, and we can prove that. The world is home for all lives, so we all can be called a family. Plants, wolves, eagles, we all are one giant family. Each helping hand, each seed planted, and every animal brought back to its environment can restore our homes and give us back our family.
And I am a huge believer in leave as little damage as possible onto this earth while we're here.
The issue of kids and even adults spending too much time on technology rather than going outside, playing in the sunshine, doing whatever people do outside.
And pick it up yourself. I mean, there's trash cans located everywhere on the beach. Just take a minute out of your day to pick it up.
With water, people litter all the time, and that goes into ditches, into streams, and that all ends up into one place, and that's lakes, ponds, and oceans.
I have lived here since I was first born, and I really care about the beaches because they're a huge part of my life.
School is a lot different than most schools. We are really small, and some of us have been here since kindergarten. 8th grade is the end of a legacy for us.
Hi.
Thank you for spending your time answering our questions. How often do you go outside? Is it a lot, or is it a little, or? Randomly, okay. Do you like going outside?
Yes. It's very fun.
Do you prefer being inside playing on the computer, or do you prefer being outside?
Sometimes on the computer and sometimes outside.
Okay. And what do you like to do outside?
I like to run around, play games, ask my mom and dad if I can go to Ellie and Baylor's or some sort of a friend's house.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say if someone took away your opportunity of being outside? Would you, cry? Or how would you feel about that?
I would punch him in the face!
Punch them in the face?
Yeah!
Thank you for answering our question. How often do you go outside on average?
Well, it depends what you mean go outside. I'm outside every day.
Besides just going outside,
To your car and
to a
back.
building,
Yeah.
how, do you spend up time outside?
Every day I spend a little bit of time outside.
Just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
I think it is refreshing.
I just love to be in nature.
Prefer to be outside.
I'm outside a lot.
I love going outside.
We just need to step outside our door, literally.
It's beautiful out here, and
Hang on.
there's a bird up there.
Hold this, please.
This call. It's definitely beautiful up here. You know.
One, two, three, four.
growing up in Wilmington, I had a waterway at my father's house, pretty much in his backyard, and then a beach 15 minutes away from my house. So I always felt connected with the water.
So there's a barge out there.
Yeah, they're probably
Water to me is a comfort and a joy. And it's sad to see that our river, our ocean, and our sound is polluted. Our water is an essential part of our lives. Not just because of the emotional value, but also because it gives us many important resources. Our beautiful, happy escape to the water may be ruined because of the trash that pollutes our ocean. That is why you need to really pay attention to where you put your trash.
Where's it going? Where is it coming from?
Okay, go. For our project, we will be doing how water pollution affects the North Chase area. Now, as you can see, there's no pollution around here. It's just a beautiful pond. But, we'll be able to focus on other places that do have trash and that need to be cleaned, and we'll be able to offer solutions and try to find an understanding of what and why people do this.
Throwing something in the trash doesn't seem like a big deal, right? It is better than littering, but do we ever ask ourselves what happens to it after we throw it away? The average American household generates around 4.4 pounds of trash a day. One of the reasons 250 million tons of trash is collected annually. Most of that trash contains newspapers, metals, plastics, gases, and aluminum cans, all of which can be recycled. 86% of plastic bottles used in the U.S. become garbage. Those end up in landfills throughout our country. About 60 million plastic water bottles are used every day, and each bottle can take up to 700 years to decompose. It's not only plastic bottles not being recycled. 28 million glass bottles and jars end up in landfills every year. The issue here isn't just about landfills hurting our Earth. There are more components connected to this problem, such as harmful chemicals or energy consumption. If we think about the energy used to transport or dispose of all this waste in the U.S., around 15 to 17 million barrels of oil are used each year to meet the demands of the consumer, also known as us. The good news is that more and more people are starting to recycle and reuse things such as glass jars and bottles. When a plastic bottle is recycled, it's either melted down directly or made into a new shape. Many things can be made from plastic bottles, such as garden furniture or compost bin. So, before you throw something away, think about what it could do to our Earth.
This clearing you see behind me used to be densely packed with pine trees, but now, due to the new housing community being built, it's being stripped of all its natural resources, both the trees and the water, which is scaring away all the animals, because there's heavy machinery and all the resources are gone, which I think is bad, because I used to hang out here since it's directly behind my neighborhood and catch turtles and admire the nature. But now, all that's gone, and I can't come over here and admire it anymore. Also, there's tons of litter in the lake over here, and it makes it look rather junky because people are throwing things in it like tires and soda cans and things, which is just gross. And some of it could have already been there, but now that it's being drained, you can see it all, and I think that's bad. This has been Reese Broviak signing off.
I'm very interested in how water pollution affects plants, because most people are interested in how it affects us because we need clean water to survive, but I'm interested in how it affects the plants because we have
This area used to be the most polluted pond we had in North Chase. But if you look to the left,
You're right, my left.
you're
That way.
that it's been cleaned by someone doing just a good deed. And if you look to your right,
Yes.
you can see that it's been cleaned all the way down. And that's just by someone doing something important and something that they probably felt was necessary to keep our community clean and to keep the environment clean.
Who does it, why they do it, and what we can do to fix it. Who does it is people who just want a quick way to get rid of their trash when they're driving along or taking a walk or something. Empty water bottle, what do? There's a pond next to you, throw it in, you know? It's what people do. It's what people have done since water bottles were invented and other things. But that's why they do it. People who do it, what we can do to fix it, we've gone over in other parts of our video. We should put up some sort of camera, some sort of way to tell who is doing it, find them. If enough people get fined, enough people know about how bad this really is, then they will stop. Trust me, over time, when people really look at their morality and see what they're doing, then they will no longer do it. You just have to let them know what they're doing is bad and wrong. The other thing we can do, personally, is clean the ponds. Now, obviously, that's not going to fix the problem. The root of it is making the people stop. But fixing the ponds, cleaning them up, will help a lot, too. This is probably the cleanest pond we have in North Chase, and there's still some garbage. Not much. It's a very beautiful pond, but over there behind where Boston is filming and stuff like that, in the ditch that goes after you get past that corner, there is pollution. So, in conclusion, there is plenty we can do, even if we continue to tell ourselves that there isn't, just really to get out of it. And, yeah, so water pollution, regular pollution, just in general, is something that needs to be fixed. It's been talked about for many years, but never really been acted upon on a huge scale, which is what needs to happen.
God has cell phones past a certain point. Wonder why. Oh, that is disgusting.
Is highly polluted. Animals drink from this water, and some fishies swim in this water. Little Jimmy fish swims in this water. He's gonna die because it's polluted. We eat a lot of the animals that can drink from this water. If they drink this water, they're gonna die, which leaves us with no food. I don't mean to sound selfish or anything, but you know, if we don't get food, we die. So, I mean, all we're doing is throwing a bunch of polluted stuff into this water, and it's polluting the whole world up. All we gotta do is stop and throw our trash away and reduce our trash. I don't want to surf and swim in the water, of polluted water at the ocean. So what are we gonna do about it?
So for my part of the documentary, I'm going to clean up the beaches.
Importantly, do not litter.
Generation differs from past generations and how we can make a difference. So what I was going to do is go just sort of interview a couple, like some parents and how their generation was, and then how different it is from this generation, and then get the kids' point of views also, because that I think that's really important to see because it's about changing our generation, and so we'll see like the different point of views from parents and children between it. And so I would think that would be really cool. And then just like asking like to sum up our generation to one word and to for all of the people. And so just like insert clips of that just like throughout the movie. I don't know, that was just an idea of mine. But that's what I was thinking for my thing. So yeah, thank you. Bye.
So this is my room. And teenagers playing in the background. This is my room, and I spend a lot of time in here, which relates to the topic I want to do. There's a lot of amazing technology out there, but it also ends lives. And there's a lot of stuff that parents try to always advise us not to do, and that's a bad thing to do, and how to say no, but saying no is harder than it should be. It sounds. And sometimes we all make bad decisions on the internet, and parents are always telling us that they can relate to it and trying to understand it. It just further infuriates us because they don't. It's changed so much since then. So mine's basically about insecurities, self-esteem, social media, bullies, and how much it's changed, and how we're a hard generation. Very different generation. So yeah.
Why are the 21st century kids important? So the 21st century kids are important because we were born into technology such as iPads, iPhones, laptops, and these sort of cool, advanced technological things. And as we grow up, we rely more and more on technology. Like, we do our math homework on the computer. We can't do our math homework without the internet.
Although the house doesn't look very nice. That's a work in progress.
It's a very, very nice backyard. Unlike most people's backyards.
Be careful on the edge.
I want people to know is that technology is definitely useful and cool, but it doesn't help us be healthier. Lengthy technology exposure can lead to depression, stress, and lack of social bonds. Not to mention, it doesn't lower the likeliness of obesity. It seems so easy just to pick up that tablet or laptop, but in result, we have short attention spans. Sadly, less and less of us regularly spend time outside. Some simple things to do outside could be exercising, or for the less athletically inclined, to observe nature. It isn't a waste of time. The benefits are endless. Some of the benefits are being more creative, having better social skills, and lowering your likelihood for obesity. We want a better world, full of innovation and healthier people who just need to step outside our door, literally.
Here today I'll be discussing 3D printing. What is 3D printing, you ask? Well, it's a method of production for three-dimensional objects controlled by a computer. Household 3D printers start at about $1,000 each, but right now their greatest benefit is for companies. They can produce a wide variety of objects of nearly any shape, including a complete car. Now, how can this impact the environment? Well, 3D printing is by no means zero waste, but when used efficiently, 3D printers can use less energy overall compared to traditional methods for production. Another environmental view of 3D printing is the products themselves. A 3D printed car called Urbi 2, made from carbon fiber and forced plastic, can reach 200 miles per gallon. This hybrid, designed by teenagers Cody and Tyler Core, is just one of many printed cars today. And there's medical benefits too. Although bioprinting is not yet publicly available, this technology could be revolutionary. It is possible to artificially construct living cells to be later used. In the future, this could be a necessary asset to the health and wellness of our biosphere. Overall, 3D printing could change the world.
So,
Today, came home from school, usual routine, to find out that my mom went to the hardware store and left a surprise in the car. Now, what kind of surprise could someone leave for Alden in a closet? Why don't we find out? If you look right over here, we got a bunch of baby chicks. They're only 3 weeks old. Now these chicks will grow up to provide eggs for our family and put breakfast on the table in the morning. I think, in my opinion, that everyone should have chicks. Because one, as you can see, they're super cute. Also, they are awesome food producers. So, yeah.
This is the compost pile. You can talk about the dry creek bed. And this is a dry creek bed. It helps get the water down to the ground quicker and collect from the roof. And yeah.
There's so many ways of making our environment healthier. Why don't we do it? It's time to make a change. Not tomorrow, not in a month, now. We are the next generation, so what are we going to do about it?
Perfect is an opinion, and every person has a different definition of what perfection is. People have all contributed to making this mess, so now we have to contribute in the effort of making it better.
We can never make the world perfect, but we can try.
These are the rain barrels. They collect water from their roof and get water and cool stuff. So right over there is the vineyards, and then over there,
the back is the orchard.
The back is the orchard with the trees over there, and then the vegetable gardens, and is that the fruit? The
Down in
strawberries?
Here.
Strawberries.
What most people don't understand is that everything we do affects the environment. We should all make sure that we are aware of our actions.
Everything changes. What you see now will not be here in 100 years. What you see after those 100 years will not be there in another 100 years. Because everything changes, but it's our job to make sure they change in the right way. For example, we don't want all the polar ice caps to melt. No, we don't. We don't want the whole Earth to be polluted and that we can't use it. No. At least not until we discover star traveling and move to another planet. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So we just need to find ways to respect the Earth, respect ourselves. And I think that there's a mutual respect loss going on. If you had to change one thing, like right now, what would it be? Say it. Okay, I can't hear you because I'm in a video, but hopefully you said something related to the Earth or about your self-esteem or something like that. And I think when you respect other things, that those things come back and help you. So, yeah, if you had to change something, it would be the world, right? You would want to change the world because there's so many bad things going on, but there's so many things we can do to change it that it's crazy why we haven't thought of it or done it before, because there's so many ideas out there. But hopefully we'll finally make that change. So our video, it kind of all connects, as I said earlier, because we have all these little branches going off, and then all those branches come together and flow and move like a living body. And it's great. And another thing is that's kind of like how people are in general. You know, usually there's lots of ideas, but sometimes only one idea makes it out, if you think about it. Because the dominant one usually wins. And there's other things too, but that's most of it. what people don't understand is that everything you do affects something, which affects something else, which affects everything. I mean, if I choose to go and litter, then that's affecting right there, because then my trash goes into the trash, which fills a landfill, which pollutes the earth. And it's a big cycle. So, it's all about breaking the cycle. What are we going to do to change? What are we going to do to make it so that's not what's going to happen? So, yeah.
No matter what we do, it's going to affect us all in the end. Our generation's future is being affected by the past. We can point the blame as much as we want, but that will only get us nowhere. It's our environment, our economy, our decisions.
I'm so very admirable at people who dream big. It's a beautiful thing to do, and not many people can do it. However, I cannot stand people who think unrealistically, and those are two very different things. Around the beginning of 8th grade, we watched this video. It was made by a few people who measured out how many days were in an average person's life in jelly beans. They subtracted all the time we took to do the vitals and the average American things, which left us with a very small, pitiful pile of jelly beans. And honestly, it was depressing. I thought about it a lot, and I did for a while. And you know what I figured? Life isn't slowing down, and I know from personal experience. My mother died of terminal cancer, and she was only 44. So I don't know how many jelly beans I have left, but I know one thing. I'll use it for my goals and dreams. Not to get into college, not to start a family. My dreams are vaguer. I want to laugh every day. I want to smile and speak what I think. I want to use every one of my jelly beans I've got left with the people I love to just take every day and savor it with my eyes open. No one is ready to finish their jelly beans, but at least I will use them upright.
My idea is more of a bigger picture standpoint. I mean, if you look at what everyone has to say, it's a lot. But if we join them together in groups and connect it all together, we can get this. That is our message. That's how we can change the world. The whole point is, what can you do? How will our ideas come together? I mean, it's supposed to be about the environment, but it's not just the environment at stake. There's so many other issues that come to mind that we need to fix. So all of our little ideas, they're coming together. And look at this. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There's nothing you can stop it, because we're going to make the change. We're going to be the people that takes everything into our hands, and we're going to make it better.
It is both a curse and a blessing to be a teenager. Some of the greatest ideas are thought of in that age frame because our minds are open and we don't just shoot things down. This documentary is, in short, the conglomeration of the topics and issues that interest us. What we found along the way is that all these stories, in an abstract way, everything is connected.
The past generations have sent the world in a direction that we will all too soon be unable to change. If we do not act now, the natural beauty of the world will be gone forever. It is up to us, our generation, to change it. We have to work together and do the little things that will accomplish the big things.